Czardas is known for favorite encore piece that's very virtuosic and people's favorite. And it's one of my favorite pieces to play. It's so much fun. And in this video, I will walk you through each section and how to bring out different characters in this piece and to make it more virtuosic than it is written, because we added some cadenza and improvisation, and you can add your own flavor to it as well. For me, I actually credit 𝗪𝗏𝗍𝗏. He's an amazing violinist who has various YouTube videos on playing this piece, and I really loved how he arranged the cadenza in the beginning. So I just listened to it and kind of copied what he did, and then some of my own interpretation into like different sections. So I wanted to share how I came up with this version of Monti Czardas and how to bring out the best out of this piece so that we can really convey and express our feelings more freely through this piece. And Vittorio Monti was an Italian composer, but Czardas is known for Hungarian dance. He composed this in 1904, and he was very interested in Romanian culture and Eastern European style of composing. And he's mainly known for this piece. He was a conductor and composer and a teacher, but this piece was the only hit of his life works. And personally, I feel like this is very well written for all different kinds of expressions and virtuosic technique that violinists can show off and also can really have fun playing it. But it's not just about the uplifting spirit, but it's also about the gypsy sorrow and narrator and heroes, the story that somebody is telling. Imagine somebody who is gypsy talking about his past, talking about his life in full of sorrow. But after the storytelling, he's bringing in really uplifting spirit into the piece and having fun with it. So there's ups and downs and sorrows and joy into this piece. So let's start with this cadenza-like introduction that I am playing before I get into this gypsy melody. So it starts with fifth here, and then just tremoloing lighter bow at the tip. I'm not using any of the weight, just the bow weight on the fingerboard. And then relax your upper arm, just kind of shaking my bow hold. And then crescendo. So I'm bringing my bow to almost the frog or to the lower half to really create the crescendo and more weight to the sound. So this part can be a little tricky when you're up here. For me, I have really thin fingertip, so it just goes in between the strings, but I can find the sweet spot that I can play this fifth in tune in harmonics. See, this is easy because this is third position. Make sure that your finger is settled and then bow starts from the string. Something like that. And then you can start with slow bow speed. And then growing into fast bow speed, but never press down too hard. Just use the bow speed, but by the bridge for the harmonic sound. And then, so I think I start with up bow. This is creating some mysterious, all chromatic chord is progressing to the next level, and then again it's all of chromatic thing that is really creating some kind of a sadness and also the mysterious. So saltando, when you just drop the bow and then just leave the bow on the string, You just have to drop it one more time. When you lift it with up bow, and then drop it, and then drop it. You can make it lighter. If you just stay close to the string, you can make it lighter or more bouncy. And then so this is bringing in that dominant chord of the D minor that starts this storytelling of on G string. So this is the story, and you want to stay on G string to really make this intense. When you have big shift like this, always make sure that your finger is facing you, and when you're shifting your light, because otherwise you're gonna kind of get stuck here before you get to the note. So and here I would use thick vibrato and more fat of the finger that I'm using. So here why I used double up bow. This creates a little more like a kind of rather than it's too normal. And then let's make it soft because it's second time. Change the color. Lighter bow. Now a little more ornamented. So in this piece, you can really use the glissando and slides to be able to create that kind of like a gypsy character. And then here I went on to the D string to create different color. So that was the first phrase, and then we do it the second time and I create a little more elaboration. See, rather than doing the same thing over and over again, I want to make it a little different and more virtuosic. Right? And then here, I went on to G string. See, how Monti wrote it is something like this. It's just very kind of beady, but I'm just adding here and there, just kind of elongating the notes and then adding some ornamentation in between the notes so that people can enjoy a little more virtuosic side of playing the violin. And then it kind of brings the character of freedom and just freedom of expression and freedom of making it happen, improvising. Here, the important thing to consider is always make sure that ornamentation is not too loud or too beady, but it's more of like you're always showing the pianist and orchestra the downbeat, where the downbeat is, because the piano is playing the downbeat of every beat, and then they're just kind of waiting on the beat to come in. So, for example, this one. See, this part is gonna be piano here. 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 Yeah. So just kind of like really making it light and free, the improvisation, but at the same time, let the melody really come out with strong beat. And then after that, we are moving on to different tempo, which is Allegro Vivace. And from 4/4, here it's 2/4. So in this bow stroke, you want to kind of have this flexible, but at the same time kind of pick it up with your index finger. You can practice with 𝗨𝗍, but at the same time, when you're playing fast, you don't have to just kind of being rigid, but just kind of play with it. So Sautille. So here, really relax your upper arm and lower arm, and just kind of doing this kind of motion. So you can practice actually just legato, very light bow. Trying not to bounce too much, just kind of just rest the bow and then. See, it just bounces itself when you're really relaxed and then doing this. So I'm just using my wrist and my fingers. So when you have a fast passage like this, you want to make sure that your fingers are all there, because this is a little bit of different finger pattern that you have to see. E string is all open, so whole steps here. But here, you have to kind of have the pinky stretched out from here to here. In order to do that, I will bring in my elbow a little bit and then just help the pinky to get there in time. And then make sure that you're playing from the grace note. And then actually, you can do that or just play from D. And then here, written note is, but I go up here. So I just shift to here and then. So how I play here is I just lean on here, my palm is up. And then I get comfortable here. So I come to the place that I can play this easily on both strings. So always practice slowly. And then know where the string cross is happening. Here. Then here I actually shift here because I'm starting from this chord. Make sure that you are in the third position before you play this chord. Because of this, I am starting from 3 and 4 fingers. And then I want to make sure that this is in tune. So when you're playing the chords, always support the bow with the violin and then never crush the sound bite. It's forte, but if you press too much, then it's not gonna make a good sound. So, and then don't press it down too much at the upper half when you're playing double stops. Just kind of like let it rest on the string, but just with enough weight. And then it's grazioso, so this I just made it up for bridging. And then here just make it pretty for me. And then now Meno Harmonics. So this is gonna be a little slower, and then you stay by the bridge, and then don't press the bow too much, just enough weight, and then not too fast bow speed. So the artificial harmonics, when you practice, make sure that the first finger is all the way down, and then in tune, and then pinky, just use the fatty part of the pinky. For me, my tip of the pinky is too thin, so I would rather just stretch my pinky to get more cushion on the harmonic side. And then it needs to kind of like have the finger weight enough. So sometimes people just kind of try to make it light and then go off too much up, but it needs to have a little more weight down to make a pure sound. Right? Then you can even vibrate a little bit. And then when you have no change like this, just make sure that your left hand is already there before you play. See this? See, I was a little late. So you can practice slowly. See, I was late. So harmonics practice, you can be patient with it. So the transition, always when you shift, make sure that you're always, both fingers need to be in tune. And then don't play too fast. Slow bow speed, but enough weight. Relax your shoulder. And then I add this to get into this vivace gradually rather than playing in tempo all of a sudden. So this is just improvisation. And then I would get into the vivace. And then right? So just kind of like really making it more fun and exciting and kind of creating the mysterious transition for people to enjoy the difference and then transition to the next passage. And then here you're just bursting into more fun again. So I would just add a little more slide to it. So I would kind of like this is like rallentando poco a poco. So here I don't need to do like 𝗨𝘳𝗃, but so this is just my take on, because this is not fun. This is fun. So, and then here I just added octave to make it more big and grandioso, because see, the ending needs to be big and then exciting. And then I added double stop with the third. So here I practice slowly, but I can never get it really correct on each note. But I don't care, this is just an effect. So you can just create that effect of like, oh, this is different harmony. So practice slow. And then when you play fast, just move. So here, so this is kind of tricky. I have to come up here and then come down. Vibrato and then just fast bow speed. It's a big stringendo and then crescendo, and then I added this because why not? And then tremolo. So these are something that I added. So tremolo and then the last chord, the double stop, is something that I added to make the ending more virtuosic and more dramatic. Yeah. So I just walked you through like how I came with this kind of improvisation, and I was just watching different amazing violinists playing, and then oh, I like that and I like that, and then just kind of like go from there, just getting the ideas from other people and then making my own and making it more fun. And how can I make it a little more different? When you're playing the same passage more than one time, you want to always make the second time more exciting or more ornamentation or softer and calmer. Whatever you like to do, it's your choice, and you can make it your own story with the composer's intention and honoring what he wrote. But at the same time, this is Hungarian dance. It's a gypsy dance. So it's supposed to be very freestyle within the context. So have fun with it and enjoy the process of making it your own to make it more exciting and engaging to the audience. And of course, you want to really bring out the character in each section. Like harmonic section, it kind of sounds like a child singing with very pure voice. And you want to just bring that kind of angelic sound into your music. So when you're performing, when you're practicing, you want to really get the technique right, intonation right, bowing technique, 𝗨𝘳, or whatever that is, it has to be there. But when you're performing, you just imagine the gypsy singing, telling the story, and then gypsy dancing, and at the same time, a child singing or angel singing, some kind of character, different character into it, so people can immerse themselves into the music with you. So this was my take on Czardas that I'm going to play actually next week in New Jersey for a gala concert, fundraising concert for Bella Music Foundation, which is for the blind musicians. They have this wonderful organization, non-profit organization for the blind musicians to help them really achieve their dreams and then help the process of getting them onto stage and really share their gifts, because their gifts are very beautiful because they use all the senses, although they cannot see very well. My friend is the founder of that organization, and if you are moved to help this organization for the actually UNESCO concert that is happening in September, if you're called to donate and help the cause, click in the link below to donate. And if you are in the area, come and watch the concert. There are amazing singers, pianists, and other musicians that are performing together. And if you are one of those musicians who wants to play from the heart and free of expression, using your gifts to advance your level, but at the same time to share your gifts freely, join my private Facebook group, Holistic Violinists, to join the community and ask questions, get the support, and just keep your journey more enjoyable with other people who are walking the same journey with you. And I am doing a free training at the end of the month. If you want to have update in my upcoming events, click in the link below to get the information. Sign up for my free training because it's going to be packed with valuable sources that you can use to up level your playing, but at the same time really coming from the alignment that comes from your body, mind, and heart connection. What is your favorite virtuosic piece? Just comment below. And if you have any takeaways and questions, feel free to let me know in the comment below. I love reading your comments. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video with more valuable tips. In the meantime, happy practicing.